So for number 5, part C on the AP Calc AB free response section this year, it asks us to find the absolute min of f of x on the interval 0 to 2 pi. So because it gives us that interval, we know we're going to be using the closed interval method, and basically we just need to find any x values that could potentially have the absolute min of f of x. So they give us f of x, which is equal to e of x times cosine of x. And then, so to find the first two x values, we're going to use the endpoints of the interval, which are just 0 and 2 pi. So I'll put those on the table. And then to find any other x values, we need to find where the derivative does not exist or it equals 0. So you actually found the derivative in part B. So this is the derivative. It's e of x times cosine of x minus sine of x. And we just need to find where that equals 0. And so to do that, ultimately it would be e of x, and we just need to figure out where cosine of x minus sine of x is equal to 0. And that will be wherever cosine of x and sine of x are the same. So it really helps to know your unit circle for this problem just because it was non-calculator section. So there are two spots on the unit circle where cosine of x and sine of x are equal, and that is pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. So I'll put those values on the table. And now we just need to find the corresponding y values. So we're just going to plug those into our original equation. So that will give us 1 times 1, which is 1. For e to the 2 pi cosine 2 pi, we would get e to the 2 pi times 1. So e to the 2 pi. Then we need to plug in e to the pi over 4 cosine pi over 4. Cosine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2, so it would be e to the pi over 4 times square root of 2 over 2. And then e to the 5 pi over 4 times cosine 5 pi over 4 will give us e to the 5 pi over 4, and then times negative square root of 2 over 2. So when you're looking at all these y values, it's clear that this value right here is the only negative one on the entire table, and because these are all of the x values that apply for this interval, we know that this point has to be the absolute min because it's the only negative value, so therefore it would be the lowest point on the interval. So your final answer would be 5 pi over 4, and then e to the 5 pi over 4 times negative square root of 2 over 2.